So this morning, I would want to speak in a particular way to my brothers and sisters who are youth. Many a time we think that the time for us to do our best is in the future. We think that we are still young. We think that we have time. And we think that God has given us a task to perform, to do. But this task is in 20 years. 20 years' time, you may be 60, 55. You may not have the strength you have today. The earlier you understand in humility, the task that God has given you, the better. And that is why our elders would have to support the youth, to support the younger ones, in order for us today, to do something good for God. And all these things I'm saying because of the first reading we took from the prophet Jeremiah. And many a time when we hear this reading, it is from the first mass of priests. When a priest is ordained, the next day, these are some of the readings he chooses for us to preach about. That before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you and appointed you, to the nations. And Jeremiah said, How can I? God, how can you choose me? I can't speak. I don't know how to talk. And I am a youth. I am young. Myself, I had to take, I think I chose this for my first, but it took time for me to understand that no. Because many occasions, I have always thought that no, God, this task is too great for me. This is too big a task for me. But when I started reading, sometimes not just church books, but because of the course I read, sociology, and the things we learn about Ghana, about the world, I said, sometimes the leaders we knew, let me even come to Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah, how old was he when he became prime minister? He wasn't 50 years. He wasn't 60. He was 42. In his 40s. Already, before that, he had started his activities, going up and down. Before that, in 1952, thereabout. General Champon, he was killed at what age? 47. At 47, a Champon died. He had been head of state from 72 to 70 what? 76, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Look at the number of years. Even our own Jerry John Rawlings, who died not long ago, how old was he in 1979? 32. When later he came back, about 35. So why do you devalue what God has given you? And you think that you are 30. Let me blow my time and waste my time. And you walk around anyhow. You are in the position. And all you think about is fancy things and the way you dress and the way you drive and the trending. Let us seriously, the young one, let us be serious. That's what I'll say, myself included. Let us come to understand that no, the task that God has given us must start today. We must do something for God today. We must do something for God now. Even in the church. Charles Mamba-Buckle, how old was he when he was made Bishop of Koforidua? 42. Cardinal Texan, when he was chosen as an Archbishop, 44. He was Archbishop, and Bishop Sapon at the time, then Bishop Sapon, was a suffragan under him. So, all these things should make us understand that there is a Herculean task the Lord has given to us. And when God gives you a task, he protects you. He gives you the strength. That is why last time I reminded us as a parish that in our parish community, even here in St. James, the young men, you see them. They want to be ushers. Some are reading. Let us encourage them. Let us not make them feel that, hey, you are too young. This is for older people. No. This Pope Francis will say, the youth, Your time is not in the future, your time is now. 20 years. There is so much you can do for God. Sometimes, you see, the environment affects us. Our environment. And we construct. It's a social construct. We make our environment. We make it the way it looks like. Why are others, 25, inventing things, producing things, doing great things in other countries, and we clap and we share them on social media? And here, even professors, some don't trust their own students that they can be better than them. Then there's a problem somewhere. Let us check that missing link. And as I said, in humility, not to be arrogant, no, but in humility, let us learn from our elders and note that the task is today. The task is now. The job ahead of us, there is no time for us to. I remember in 2017, when Archbishop Buckle asked me to be in charge of St. Dominic Catholic Church, Taifa, I said, impossible. So, Your Grace, it is not possible. Because at the time, for you to be in charge, you have to be about 7 years, 9. And I was enjoying my assistant priest position, and you don't have quote unquote assistant priest like Father Solomon. You don't have problems. All you do is celebrate mass. You don't take decisions. You don't care. The parish priest is the one who does everything. I was enjoying it. Bishop says, I said, Bishop, I can't. I told him, you can ask Bishop Barker. I cannot. I will not do it. He did not say anything. He did not force me. I think it was a Tuesday. Sunday, a woman, Mrs. Teresa Pepra, she saw me and said, Father Kujo, I want to see you. So, Mama, let's meet now. So, Father, later, people are around you, so later. Said in the afternoon, she came. Said, Father, let's sit down. Under the tree, there's a tree at Taifa. Let's sit down under the tree. Said, Father, Bishop has done transfers and appointments. Every church has a parish priest. Every church has a senior priest. St. Dominic, we don't have anybody yet. Father Ernest has been sent to Taifa. Still, there's nobody appointed. I have a feeling that you'll be chosen to lead this church. If Archbishop tells you to lead this church, don't reject it. Mrs. Pepra, wherever she is, may God bless her. I was shocked. I nearly froze because I said, hey, I'm telling you my own story. I was shocked. So later I sent a text. I remember it was a text. I was even scared to call the Archbishop because the way I was repulsive the first time he called me, a text message. He just said, thank you. He didn't say anything again until he came to announce. The same thing when Archbishop Kofi came to Accra. We were all the priests. He said, oh, we should all continue our roles. I was in my Taifa, my kingdom there with my 2 assistants in our life. And we knew that Archbishop was even yet to appoint his courier, Vicar General, and all. So we have more time. There are more months ahead of us. One afternoon, 1st August 2019, some few months, Archbishop came 1st March 2019, 1st August. Then Vicar General, Father Doboli, called me on phone. He said, Father Kujo, come to the cathedral right now. I said, Monsignor, I am at Lashibi for a seminary. He said, Father, leave there and come now. I must see you before I go home. When I got there, he said, Father, could you close the windows? Walls have ears. I'm saying, hey, and then you are. He said, Father, Archbishop says I should tell you. Archbishop, the new one. I said, yes, the new one. He said, I should tell you that he has transferred you. So I laughed. I said, yes, of course, we will all be transferred. Why has he done appointment? He said, no, you are the one he's appointing first. You are the first person he's appointing. I said, why? What have I done? What have I done wrong? Where does he know me from? He doesn't know me. We have never met. How can he? He said, you, Father Teteji is leaving for studies. Bishop Buckle told him to leave. He gave him permission. Bishop says, you, leave Taifa, come to St. James. If Father Doboli is here today, I told him that you, Father Doboli, go to St. James. You are older. What are you talking about? I was not, because I couldn't understand why about 34 years, Bishop has come, he says I should come to St. James. This church, it should be an older person, an older priest. In my mind, as a priest in Accra, no. What are you talking about? You see, brothers and sisters, as a priest, I failed. My first instance, I had promised to be, but I was shocked, I was overwhelmed. It can happen to you as a lay person, in your office, in your family, whatever. Your father is pushing you to take over family property, business, go before God. Strengthen yourself. You can do it. You can. Your bosses are telling you, do this course, do that, charter, do the masters, do a PhD. Don't ever think it is beyond you. God could be talking to you through them. You can do it. May God be with us. Amen.